Shalom. Shalom. I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rakah Kadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who does lead and rule well. I want to say salutations and shalom to all you hopeful elect Akim pushing out this word in truth and in sincerity that the four corners of the earth. And sincere shalom also to you Akim and Akwaf, the rest of the 1/3 listening and learning, preparing ourselves here in these last days. And to the entire household of faith, fighting this good fight of faith, I want to say shalom. This is your brother Quad from the DC camp. Come back at you with another S.H.I.N.E report. And I'm going to entitle this one, The 6G Conversation. All right, which has been in the news in the past month. Just more on the MOTB, man. You know, and all I got to say is, y'all still don't see it. You other camps, you still want to argue with the facts. You can't see what's going on. This was an article about a week ago, the 24th, a little bit over a week ago. Yeah, it says it's from Rude Vulture. White House's 6G directive mentions implantable tech, raising alarm online. All right, it says a presidential memorandum about America's 6G strategy has sparked widespread alarm on social media, with critics warning that the government is paving the way for technology to be implanted directly into human bodies. And they saying that they want your bodies to be that what powers the 6G, because they said your body does a great job of harvesting waste energy. All right. So this is why they want to put it inside your body. It says President Trump's December 19th memorandum titled Winning the 6G Race, which I'm going to show you that, has drawn attention for one particular phrase buried in this opening paragraph. The document states that 6G technology will play a pivotal role in the development and adoption of emerging technologies like artificial intelligence, robotics, and implantable technologies. Y'all still think it's a game? Y'all still listening to these false prophets, you know, that's saying that the MOTB is a spiritual mark. It says, and this is Revelation 13 and 14, I'll read. It says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live, which that's America. It was Rome coming back into power again. All right. And it says, now it mentioned those miracles. So let me show you something. All right. And you remember RFK talking about wearables. It says RFK Jr. is directing HHS to adapt to and integrate with the Internet of Bodies and fourth industrial revolution through wearable devices and implants to track your every health metric. These devices will eventually use the 6G network to connect to the soon-to-be mandatory digital ID to measure your individual carbon usage for carbon taxes and lockdown/restrictions. Real ID is a precursor to this agenda and will help facilitate it. This is a total shoe-in for the WEF plan for global digital enslavement and transhumanism agenda. This is from the Patriot Voice. See, everybody can see it, except for you so-called prophets, you false prophets, man. Y'all the only ones that don't see it, because you so hell-bent on wanting GMS to be wrong. Idiot talking about some Alex Jones prophets. Come on, man. Obviously, it's showing you that it's not wise. But in terms of the miracles, right, it says today, Secretary Kennedy met with leaders at the forefront of health technology, innovators creating wearable devices, AI tools, and personalized apps that empower Americans to take control of their health. These breakthroughs are key to our mission to make America healthy again by shifting the focus from skin care to health care, prevention, and real-time health insight. See? This is the miracles, man. You have Elon Musk. It says they plan to high volume brain implants production by 2026, and we in 2026, man. In 2026, mass rollout of brain chips. These are those miracles. He's talking about he can give them fully functioning bodies, man. Again. Look. Aiming to restore function and eventually enhance human potential through facing ethical scrutiny and technical hurdles. The first human implant in 2024 allowed a quadriplegic to play games and browse the web, demonstrating success in restoring autonomy. See, these dudes think they the most high. Look at this, man. Future plans. 2026 must announce plans for high volume production and shift to a nearly fully automated surgical procedure. Technology. The threads go through the dura, brain's outer membrane without needing removal. A significant advancement. Goals. All right, look. Restore movement and communication for people with paralysis and other neurological conditions. Long-term. Merge human consciousness with AI. Enhance human capabilities and potentially restore senses like sight. And this is the miracles, man. But it's the trans human agenda with merging it with technology. Where was that thing? This is the winning the 6G race. All right. This is the memorandum. And this is it. This is the first paragraph. By authority vested in me as president by the Constitution and the laws of the United States of America, I hereby direct Section 1. Purpose of the next generation of mobile communication networks. 6G will be foundational to the national security, foreign policy, and economic prosperity of the United States. This technology will play a pivotal role in the development and adoption of emerging technologies like artificial intelligence, robotics, and implantable technologies. 6G will also provide faster, more resilient, and more secure communication networks that can be utilized for national security and public safety purposes. All right. This is we almost in those times, man. You know, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, man. All you camps, all you people that straddling the fence, man, you better get on the right foot. Look what she said. Let me see if I can get out of that. Read it this way. It says, while most of us are busy getting ready for the holidays on December 19th, 2025, Trump launched a new executive order winning the 6G race, but this includes nanotech implantables. This presidential directive on 6G by Trump is allowing for implantable technologies along with AI and robotics and basically giving these companies free reign to develop, experiment, and field with zero accountability. Trump wants to boost productivity and secure sovereignty by enabling AI, intelligence, transportation, and autonomous systems. Add into this 6G Golden Dome, which though it's a missile defense system, it also tracks all radio frequencies within an electromagnetic spectrum. It's basically an open air ASI cyber biotech control Orwellian new world. They are finally emitting nano implanted devices. So the scripture's not going to talk about this ISUPK. You know, it's not going to talk about this IUIC. Because I'm only mentioning y'all because y'all the more relevant ones. All right. Look at this one.
We're into 6G now. I just finished 5G. I was a leader on 5G, getting that done. And now they're up to 6.
Let's do it again.
What does that do? Give you a little bit deeper view into somebody's skin?
See that?
See how perfect it is? I like the cameras the old days. So they just had a nice feature. Now they cover every little. Let's see, Michael, you're in good shape. You're not gonna. But I tell you, it's so the 6 is coming, huh?
It's coming.
Does it ever end? And what happens? You'll be into 7, right? Before 6 gets old, you'll be into 7. Does that to give you a little bit deeper view into somebody's skin? Does that to give you a little bit deeper view into somebody's skin? We're into 6G now.
Yeah, it says big tech.
I was a leader.
Big
on
tech.
5G getting that.
Come on, man. Big tech CEOs have announced that 6G will make the smartphone obsolete. The tech will be inside your body. What's his name? Elon Musk said that. that he said, I'll tell you where I think it's headed. And he was saying by 2030 now, it was also this guy. Well, this is another one. But this guy, check this out. The WEF says by 2030 you will no longer need a smartphone. Check this out.
I wanted to ask when you all think we're going to move from this form factor to something that's on your face, glasses, and when computing's all on the edge.
All right, 50 seconds. Who wants to answer quickly?
I think it will go. It will. First of all, it will definitely happen. I was talking about 6G earlier, which is around 2030. I would say that by then, definitely the smartphone as we know it today will not anymore be the usual kind of the most common interface.
Wow.
Many of these things will be built directly into our bodies.
I wanted to ask when you all
And this was
think
in
we're going
20.
to move.
This was in 2023. Okay, they have a plan and they working towards that plan. And here we are in 2026, man. So you dudes better open your motherfucking eyes, man. You know, because this is what's happening. The implicit mention of implantable technologies as a presidential directive has triggered intense debate online, with many questioning what role the government envisions for devices that will be placed inside the human body and connected to the next generation's wireless networks. All right. This isn't sci-fi, it's policy. So they're making it a policy. You know? The fears have been amplified by the resurfacing comments from Nokia CEO Pekka Lundmark, who made a startling prediction at the World Economic Forum in Davos 3 years ago. You see that? So that's why that's coming back up. So, see this shit, man. Oh, they ain't let me do it? Whatever. But yeah, man, this is what's happening, man. Now, let me go back to here. And he had power, Revelation 13 and 15, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Because these dudes don't want to go into words. The word is charagma. It says a stamped and imprinted mark of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as a badge of the followers of the Antichrist. The mark branded upon horses, things carved, sculpture, graven. Let me see. It's Revelation. Oh, they all right here. Stamped and imprinted mark. That's what is going into. All right. Now, you go to this, boom. All right, karax. That's the root word. It says to sharpen to a point, a kin. Through the idea of scratching, a pell or stake or palisade. All right. And that's what it would look like. Now, let me see if I can do this. Let me see. It says, describes a future event where a powerful entity, the beast, which you should know what that is, compels everyone, regardless of social status, small, great, rich, poor, free, slave, to receive a distinct mark on their hand or forehead signifying allegiance and enabling participation in commerce. See, they keep forgetting that part. You know? You're going to be able to participate in commerce because of this. All right? Buying and selling. It says the mark is essential for economic life, preventing anyone without it from buying or selling. How can you not see this, man? This mark represents total control, loyalty to evil, and opposition to the Most High, mirroring ancient practices of branding slaves or soldiers, but with universal spiritual implications. Fact. All right. They might not be able to do it. Nah, they ain't gonna be able to do it. Shit. All right, let's see. In 2026, many interpret Revelation 13 through 16 through the lens of emerging 6G technology, viewing its unprecedented capabilities as a potential infrastructure for global no-buy, no-sell system. While the Bible does not explicitly mention telecommunications, current theological discussions often link these concepts. 6G as a prophetic infrastructure. See, I wanted to use, because it mentioned the implantables, I should have put that. Well, it mentions it right here. I'll keep reading. It says 6G is expected to move beyond simple internet speed to achieve total integration with AI, automation, and global connectivity. Some observers suggest this represents the beginning stages of a system described in Revelation. Complete integration, unlike 5G, 6G is designed to connect not just devices, but potentially biological entities through biosensors and advanced biometrics. Total surveillance. The ultra-fast capacity of 6G could enable the real-time tracking and big data storage required to monitor every individual's economic and social compliance. Economic control. Analysts point to the convergence, which I did a video on bioconvergence, of 6G with central bank digital currencies and digital IDs as a fulfillment of the verse warning that no one may buy or sell without the mark. Come on, man. How can y'all not see these things? Key theological interpretations. Theologians emphasize that while technology like 6G may facilitate the mark, the verse specifies deeper spiritual and physical implications. Yeah. Voluntary allegiance. Many scholars argue that the mark is not just a technology like an RFID chip or a 6G sensor, but a conscious choice of worship and loyalty to the Antichrist. And why is that? Because if you take that, then now you're dependent on this devil's system. All right? You no longer trust in the Lord because the Lord told you not to take it. You know? Because guess what? The ones who refuse to take it, they're going to have to be pretty much excommunicated out of this society and wait on the Lord. If you take it, that means you didn't trust in the Lord. All right. Physical look. The text specifies the mark is received in the right hand or forehead. Modern speculators suggest this could manifest as an implantable 6G enabled microchip or wearable biometric device. All right. Universality. The verse emphasizes that all people, regardless of status, are affected, which mirrors the global reach of a 6G network. All right. It says many religious organizations caution that 6G technology itself is not inherently evil. Instead, they suggest it may be a tool used by a future global government to enforce religious and economic conformity. Some interpretations even suggest the mark is purely symbolic of a person's thoughts, like these idiots. You know? But okay. But then you're gonna sit up here and say, well, we're not gonna take it. Listen, you can say that now. What y'all was saying, take the damn jab, right? Anyways, because you think the Most High want all us to die? You're gonna use the same thing. The same thing. You think the Most High want all of us to die and starve? You think He cares about you putting a mark in your system? Anyways, if people don't think that it is the mark of the MOTB and it's the sin, you know, that you ain't coming back from, then they gonna take it. In those days when they desperate. So you niggas is doing your followers a disservice and you're going to be destroyed, man. Lord's willing, that was edifying. That's all I'm going to say on that. Until the next lesson, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah Kodash, and I want to say Shalom.